G'day everybody. Today I want to talk to you about bonding and how to bond your rabbits with another rabbit without the problem of rabbits getting hurt. And there's a lot of little tricks and tips I'd like to pass on. So before I start on that, I just want to give my little bunny here he's got ear mites, and you get your spray into their ears. It's pretty simple. Oh, he doesn't like that. They don't. Now I just put tea tree oil and vegetable in his ear. And see how he's fricking his head everywhere around and scratches? He's spreading the oil inside his ear. He doesn't like it, but he's spreading it. He's actually curing himself. Because what he's doing is putting, got a cobweb, what he's doing is putting the oil, spreading it around, and they suffocate and they die. Ear mites are a bit of a pain. Get them from time to time. And the thing is, you keep an eye on your rabbits all the time, watching for this thing, and then all of a sudden, it's there. You wonder how it come on so quickly. But you usually watch for the ears shaking previously. And he's having a hard time with it. He does not like it. Anyway, bonding of rabbits. The key thing is, I'm gonna bring a rabbit out for a little chat to the girl. All right. Okay. New Zealand Red. They're normally, its mother was an awesome animal, absolutely awesome. She was very friendly, and the mother before that was beautifully friendly. This is the only one that survived the mixo. I don't handle her enough, but she's a great bunny. I love reds. They come from Treanta crossed with a white, New Zealand. Anyway, bonding. It goes like this. I'll start with the easiest thing of the lot. The easiest way to, if somebody wants to take a rabbit home and you want a pet, and you only want one, or you want two, say. Two's probably better because they have a friend. Rabbits need a friend. If you can't be there all the time, or you've got to have friends around. Now, say for instance I'll digress. That wasn't very nice. It peed on me. Why would you do that? No, but relax. I'll digress. I breed rural meat rabbits, and I breed them because I found that rabbits were becoming very rare in Australia. The government's trying to dispose of them in Australia, and they don't make any apologies for it. They let everybody know they're doing it. They ring me when they're coming in the area and they're going to release a disease, but they don't care if that disease kills my rabbits. So there's a problem. Now, I lost my train of thought. I'll get to the point. So I want to breed up rare species. So I want to keep these alive. So I breed all the rare ones. I breed red New Zealands. I breed chinchillas. I breed harlequins. I want to get silver foxes, and my next one on my list. Harlequins. I love them all. Now, so my problem is not as great as other people's, because I put them in separate cages, and so the bonding process doesn't really happen to bond them. But there is still situations, and I come across it all the time. Now, if somebody comes in and wants two rabbits, I'd say, look, the best types are litter babies. They come from the same litter because they're already bonded from birth. And and I don't believe in spading or neuting, as they call it, because I don't want animals to be like that. I wouldn't like it to happen to me, so why happen to them? But people do it because it makes them mellow. They always say people that have pets at home, neuter them and give them a month, let them all calm down, and then all the hormones drop down, and then you go to bond them. So I'm going to go back away from that one, and I'll talk about what I was going to talk about, my cages. So if you get 2 little ones, put them in there, great, problem solved. If you have them you get them when they're young, and you put them from another cage, if you want to keep the breed separate, or the bloodline separate, you get one and another, 8-week-old baby, and get another 8-week-old babies, and put them in the same, and they don't fight. When they reach about 14 weeks, they're starting to get mature, teenagers. They will, don't worry, they will start to be a little bit more territorial, but girls don't need to be. Girls are usually not a problem. Girl and boy is not usually a problem, usually, and the likes of 2 boys, there's a problem. Now, even in litters together, in the same litter, the boys will still start to fight, and you'll lose hair. When you start to see that happen, pull them out. I don't go to the trouble of trying to make it work. It's not going to happen, male and male. But girls can stay together all the time until they start having babies, and you're better to pull them out just for the sake of harmonious situation, or whatever way I call it. Okay, so we've covered that side of it. If you want to, I don't have problems with putting rabbits in. I have people turn up and say, look, I need my rabbit mated, I don't want to buy any. I say, sure, I'll put them with mine. Gives the male a chance to sow his oats, he doesn't mind. So I will get the girl and I'll put her in the cage, and I'll watch her, if she's a biter. Because I don't have that problem here, none of mine bite. Then when they put them in, they don't tend to bite. The only time they start to get, a little bit nippy, or show their little teeth, but don't actually do the damage, is when you put them back for the second time. Say, for instance, I put it in now, 2 weeks' time, I put him back over the rabbit again to see if he's interested or she's interested. That'll tell me if she took, if you follow what I mean. So I'll put her in, and he'll go into if she starts getting, no way, you gotta get on, he's still happy to try, and she gets all aggressive and runs and squeals and grunts and everything like that, I'm pretty sure that deed's been done. But I've seen them still mate, and she has a baby a week later. So, it's not always the case. Now, we'll go back to the toy rabbits. People want pets. And people buy my rabbits for pets, but they just don't want little tiny baby toys. All right, I got a purple something here. I'll catch you. Later. I got interrupted. Had a person turn up for some bunny for a son. Relax, you're getting a bit nervous there. You can feel it, and she shivered a bit. I have to try and. She's a good mum, but she's a first timer. She should be pregnant. Should have had her babies by now, or very close. So I'm just trying to get her relaxed so she won't feel threatened by me. Anyway, where were we? Oh yeah. So, a few little secrets to getting your toy bunny to bond with another rabbit. My number one tip for bonding rabbits, here it comes, is your car. Car is amazing. You put two bunnies in a tight little cubicle, in one of those little cages, and you put them in the car together, in the cage, and put them in the car and go for a drive. Rabbits don't like going for drives. It makes them nervous and uncomfortable, so they look for friendship. It's like I said about in the war. People in the war together, bonded very strong because they had a common foe, minus the car. And so they start, they find it more comfortable. That's one way. The other thing is, if you put them in a neutral territory, and so they don't get the scent on the ground of that's their area, and you put the two in two separate cages and look after them in two separate cages. Far enough apart they can't try and bite each other, but close enough they can smell each other and everything. You know, you can get about that much distance between them. They can't do anything, and they smell and stuff like that to each other. And you do that for a while. The rabbits get each other's scent and they calm down, and then you take them for a car drive, and that makes a big difference again. And it's funny enough that's what you do with a rabbit if you're trying to get them to mate and they won't. You want them to come on. You take them for a car drive. Now I don't know how that works, but it seems to work. I have a lot of people still be saying to me, "Oh, a lot of garbage." But hey, try anything if you're desperate enough. Believe me. And rabbits can't. People think rabbits breed well. They might breed a lot of babies, but it doesn't mean they like to breed all the time. The males do. Anyway, so they're the two main things I would do in the car and in separate cages. And once you do that, you can put them together in another non-scented area they're not used to. And a bathtub is a good one, because if they urinate and all that's in there, and it's slippery and they find it hard to become aggressive. And keep them in a small confined area always. And then introduce other things they can play with and to keep themselves amused. So, but again, that's not my area. I'm mainly into big rabbits and in bulk areas. So if you have any questions and need any more information, please just don't hesitate to tell me. I'm quite happy to comment, put a comment, and I'll help you with the problem, or try to help you with the problem. Hey, because like I said, I'm no expert. I've learned from the school of hard knocks. Just had rabbits, and I've had the fortune to have a good backup. And that's another thing for you. Always try and find someone who can be your a backup companion to help you when you have problems. That's what I'm trying to do for you. So if you can find someone to you can bounce ideas off and stuff like that, it's great. All right, catch you later. See you next time. Come on, darling, I'll put you home, and then I'll better go and feed some more animals. Oops, there you go. Oops, there you go. Hope you like it. See you later, everyone.